Annual investment allowance, what does it say? So in general, first £200,000 per annum of expenditure on plant and machinery, not the cars though, qualifies for annual investment allowance. So all businesses in the UK, they get this allowance. I did mention, when we were talking about basis period, and I said, oh, you would have to pay tax 2 times on the same profit. And that time I did mention that there are actually schemes which actually make it possible for most of the business not to have any profit, taxable profit, in the first few years, because the capital allowances are so generous in the first few years that that you can actually show, most of the time you can show a loss, which is good. Again, first few years showing a loss, taxable loss, not financial loss, taxable loss is actually a good thing. So the concept is that if you buy plant and machinery, if you buy counters, if you buy tills, if you buy clothes railing for the clothes shop, fridge and freezers, for example, for a grocery shop, all those qualify for our annual investment allowance. And if you spend up to 200,000, you can claim all of that as your depreciation-like thing. Capital allowance is the right word, and which will reduce your profit significantly. It would definitely take you towards a loss. So you can claim 100,000, except cars. Yeah, cars don't qualify for annual investment allowance. The problem here is, and you will see this problem in some of the questions in the test, is that the normally is 200,000. So for this year, for example, not this year, 2020, and so this year and the previous year, 2019, all of 2019 and all of 2020, there is an AIA of 1 million. So, for example, this tax year has 2 different rates, 200K and 1 million. So if qualifying expenditures exceeds the AIA maximum, the expenditures beyond the maximum enters the appropriate pool and is eligible. So let's say you spend 250,000 on business plant and machinery, and 200,000 you apply for AIA, goes to income statement or goes as an expense allowable, capital allowance. And then there's another 30,000 which you spend on qualifying plant and machinery, that goes to the main pool. And there's a 20,000 which you spend on, let's say, cooling and heating system in your building. So that would go into the special rate pool. You now have 2 pools with these amounts. The AIA maximum is increased or reduced proportionately for the period of more or less than 12 months in the duration. And I will explain this point. It's a tricky area. A business may allocate the AIA between items of expenditure. It may, in any way it wants, chooses. And that means that you have an expenditure which goes into the special rate pool, and then you have expenditures which you have in the main rate pool. If you have AIA, you would actually, first of all, get rid of your special rate pool, because that is only 6%. Because it's less, it gives you less capital allowances. You want to get rid of that, and you want to use your AIA on that, and then rest you will use it on your main pool. Again, this point will be a lot more clearer when we will do an example. I'll call this 2019. Yeah. I'll mark and center this. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll color this another color, red, and I'll call it 2020. So these are not financial, these are calendar years from January to December. Yeah, I have no idea why the Chancellor did this. And then let's go a bit more and have another 12 months. in 2021. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. And I'm going to color it good. So now we have 2021. Center. Okay. So we have 3 different years now. The issue here is that we have allowance AIA of £1,000,000, and we have the same situation. Let's see. Yeah. However, in this case, we have only £200,000 worth of capital allowance. Annual allowance. What situation with this is that if we look at the year of Mr. Samuel, his year is ending in 5th of April 2021. Yeah. And so what we need to do is we'll take as 31st of March. That's very standard, you see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So these are his years. And let's make it just white. No, that's not good. Let's do it gray. Yeah. Okay, so that's Mr. Samuel basis period, or our period of account is. The problem here is that these are 9 months. And then 3 months falls in this period. Yeah? Just make it slightly bigger so that we can see all of it. The rule is that he cannot claim all of the money for sorry, it should be 10 and 2. That is February, not March. Unmerge. And 2 months. So 10 months and 2 months. So for one thing we need to do is we need to pro rata our allowances. So for anything which is spent in 2020, the maximum allowance which he can claim is $1,000,000 times 10 divided by 12. So this gives us times 10 divided by 12. Yeah, just ignore the decimal places. And in this case, the maximum, if he spent anything in 2021, the maximum he can claim is 200,000 times 2 divided by 12. Now, times 2 divided by 12. And this gives us times 2 divided by 12. 3333. So if he spends any money in these 2 months, the maximum allowance he can claim is 33,303. What he has done actually, his expenditure on plant and machinery other than in the year to 28 February is 300,000. So in these 10 months, he actually spent it in December, but it would qualify for all of this allowance of 83,033. So he actually spent 225,000 in this time period, and then he spent 75,000 in this time period. So what we need to understand is that he can only claim up to 33,333. He cannot claim all of this. Yeah. So the total money he can actually claim is total of these. Sorry, not 75,000. 3333. 33,333. So 258,333. So first of all, what your strategy should be, once you see a year like this, you figure out how many months were in 2020 or 2019. If it's 2019 and 2020, then it's 1 million for both years. So that is not complicated. Complicated is if some money is being spent in 2020 and some money is being 2021. So first of all, write down how much money is total allowances in both of the years, then count the months, then pro rata the allowance, and then see how much it was spent, and then add whatever is allowed. We will do another example, and we will understand later on that what it entails. But there are a couple of questions just asking you to do this bit. So if